But my mom, as a kid, had this dream, like, not dream like she slept and had a dream. No, her aspiration in life, her dream goal was to one day when she dies be a little naked cherub baby running around in heaven. And I love that, like, my mom's dream as a kid was like to be a chubby little angel running around. And so I told her that once we get matching tattoos, I want to get cherub angels.
Yes.
Because it's just a fun way to think of
so
my mom.
good.
It's so on brand. If you know Angie, it's so on brand that she would be like, I just want to be a naked little angel running around heaven.
all I
Like,
want.
of course you do.
She would. It's sweet Angie. That's so good.
Hi, besties. I'm Faith OK.
Hi, and I'm Asia the girl.
Welcome to OK Girl.
So glad you're back.
Welcome back. Welcome in if you're here for the first time. Either way, welcome.
If you're here for the first time or you're returning, this is a very special episode.
Thank you.
Because I don't know if you want to. We're celebrating Faith today.
It's Faithmas.
It should be Faithmas every day, but it's Faithmas today.
My birthday is coming up.
It is
very soon. Wow.
We normally would like make the episode closer to a birthday, but it's very close to.
I do share a birthday that is very close to Jesus's birthday.
Yeah.
Which complicates things for me personally.
Right.
I'm sure that's the, yeah.
We'll unpack that a little bit.
But yeah, my birthday is the 23rd. And I'll be 25.
That's so exciting.
Quarter life. Let's go.
Yes. Slay.
Yeah. So we're doing an episode all about my birthday, which
so
I'm
good.
excited for.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I was like so excited to do this.
You suggested it and I was like, is that weird? And then I was like, nah,
Not
it's
at all.
okay. It's fine.
We make the rules.
This is our podcast.
Our podcast.
Crazy. Yeah.
But what have you been up to? Before we get
Speaking
started.
of birthdays,
Yes.
yeah, we had our young adult group that we meet with every Thursday. I was like, I don't want to try to plan a whole separate birthday thing. Can we just like do it at group when we're all there? And so then Nick and a bunch of our friends and Asia all kind of like pitched in on different things and threw me a little birthday at our young adult group. Oh my gosh. It was SpongeBob themed because what's
Yes.
funnier than 24? 25.
Exactly.
And I'm obsessed with SpongeBob. I've dreamed of having a 24, 25 cake since I was like in elementary school. So this was a big day for me.
It's true.
The cake was beautiful.
The cake was stunning.
Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous.
Yes. Tasted amazing. But yeah, it had like glittery cherries
I
on
know.
it. It was very cute. I was obsessed. But yeah, so they did great. I'm a cake girly, so I loved that the cake was that.
And it was like really good tasting.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't just like pretty.
It was huge.
It was
too.
massive. Like you were cutting like little slivers, but the little sliver was
like
insane.
so tall and still thick, like a lot. Yeah. And then they decorated everything in SpongeBob. There was like blue streamers, so we were totally underwater. And just like some of my gifts were SpongeBob themed.
That was really cute.
You guys put all the presents on the table and I was like, this is too much. I was like, I
It's
just wanted you
Faithmas.
guys to show up and eat cake with me. And then they showered me with gifts and I was like, I love you guys.
Aww. We love you.
So the gifts were amazing. Spending time with you guys was so sweet. I love our friends. I love our friends.
I know. So grateful. I have two things that happened.
Yeah.
And one was like stressful and the other one was like really wholesome. The stressful thing was it all stemmed from the same thing. Luke and I went to a concert that we were invited to on Friday night, and I was like, literally, what do I even wear? Like, what do I wear? And I felt like Faith, because she's told me in the past how like she'll have these like little panic attacks of like,
It's not little. I have full meltdowns in my closet. That closet has seen the realest part of me.
right? It knows you.
It knows me.
And I was having one of those, and I was like, I don't know what to wear, and ended up like putting together an outfit that was really cute, but it was just like I wanted it to be kind of like holiday-esque, but I didn't really have anything that fit correctly that would get that vibe. So whatever, it was fine. But it got me thinking, I'm going to my work Christmas party this coming Friday, and I was like, I can't go through this again. Like, I can't. Like, and I feel like for the work one, like, it feels more like higher stakes. Like, at a concert, there's like more people, you're going to see people.
That's
It's
true.
a different vibe,
Yeah.
you know? And so I like super fast like went through like on the way to the concert I was like on Amazon trying to find things that were going to ship to me in time that looks cute and not stupid.
Yeah.
And I was really happy because I found this like super cute like plaid kind of not floof. It's like floofier for me, but like not
Okay,
top. Yeah.
Yeah.
This blouse, and it's like this green plaid one, and then I got this red like I can't remember if it's like denim or corduroy like jumper dress that was like just perfect. It's like a little mini dress, and I'm gonna wear like these long stockings and some chunky boots, and it was gonna be like a whole thing. And then I literally looked today at like just where everything is going, because I was like, I think it should be getting here tomorrow, and I could not believe that the dress is now coming after Christmas. It was like the shirt is on the way, the little hair barrettes that I got were also on the way, but the dress, the main thing that puts everything together, that covers my, I'll adopt last week's term, hoo-ha, is not going to be here anymore, or not in time. So I was like, I have to cancel that order. Like, I need to go get something or make something. I don't even know. But now I'm thinking, like, I'm trying to, like, recover. I'm like, thinking of, like, Tim Gunn from Project Runway.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
make it work.
Yes.
I might wear, like, a blue dress. I feel like blue could be fun with
I
green.
mean, if there's like a plaid, typically plaid has like green, blue, red. in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I think that could work.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to try to put something together. We'll see if it works. But I am happy with the shirt. The shirt is really cute. But that stressed me out. And I was like, Amazon, you let me down. Like, you're
The mail right now, the delivery,
insane.
so bad.
It's so bad.
So bad.
Ugh, so whatever, it's fine. My gift for Jacob is in, I hope, getting here on the 22nd. That's what it says. I know it hasn't been shipped yet, but it's fine. I ordered it on Cyber Monday. On Prime.
that's
like,
so long ago.
I don't understand why it's taking
been
so
weeks.
long.
It's been
Yeah, and it's one of those things like I could have just went to like Target and got it, but I was like
Right.
saving $5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, was that worth it? I don't know. Like, I'm losing my mind, so maybe
Yeah.
not. But to make a sad story happy, also at that concert, one of the like featured artists, or that was like on tour with them, was Jess Ray, and she's like one of my favorite singer-songwriters. Like, she's just got a really unique voice, just literally voice, but also just like her like singer-songwriter skills. Like, she just like has like an interesting like perspective that she writes from. And I'm not really like a huge like folksy person, but I'll do it for Jess Ray because like her voice is, I don't know, the timbre voice is like very low and like different. It's just different than what I normally hear from that genre. But anyways, it was really sweet because on the way home I was like hyper fixating, of course, because I was so excited that she was there, that we were like playing one of her albums that I love, called Sentimental Creatures. And one of the songs that played is actually now I'm blanking on the title of the song, but basically it's about
Fake fan. I cannot believe you.
Is basically the tension of you're like hoping for something good and it's not come yet, and like how to be like satisfied in the midst of that but still be hopeful. It's like really, really good. And it reminded me, I was like, dude, you know, when I really listened to this and like learned every like lyric by heart was when I was really struggling with like friendship and like just like hoping for like solid friendships, and they just like weren't there. And I was like trying to like live in that moment of like it's a good thing to hope for, but also to not be jaded at like the current situation and you know, current relationships. And so that was like several years ago at this point, and I was like, it is. So that song in particular was like, there's perspective on the other side of that, and I was like, wait, this is the perspective, because like we're besties. And like, I don't know, it was just like really, really sweet. And like, I mean, and you know, I've also like created a lot of friendships since then, and it was just really cool. I was like,
awesome.
oh, it was like a really like heartfelt moment for me.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
So good.
I love Friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
It was, as Asia put it, a Christmas miracle, because she texted me about the concert she was going to. First about the outfit.
Yeah.
And then she was like, dude, this artist that I love is here. And I was like, your wish from last episode was that you wish to have cooler music taste.
Yes.
Not my words. That's her words.
My word.
If you haven't
my
listened
unattainable,
to the episode, yeah, her abstract goal was to have cooler music taste, or her wish. And so then I was like, I haven't heard of that artist,
dude.
And your wish just came true.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh.
Merry Faithmas.
Yeah, Merry Faithmas. Where all your dreams come true. If Christmas is not getting it done for you.
Christmas is about the tangible gifts.
Yes.
I'm here with like a little wand.
Yeah.
Here's your abstract gift.
Yeah.
I do need to listen to her stuff though, because I love a folksy moment. I love, yeah.
So sweet.
Nice,
but
yeah.
I feel like that's enough. We need to just talk about you and celebrate you now.
Oh my gosh.
Because
it's all about
Merry
me.
Faithmas. It is all about faith.
What was the
Let's
to
see.
quote SpongeBob again?
Oh yeah.
It's all about you, girl, on your 25th birthday.
There you go.
Have you seen? Oh, you haven't. Never mind.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll tangent on this for a second.
We do need to talk about this.
Okay.
It's a serious. There is a tension in our relationship. It's like a serious issue that we've been trying to talk about how to work through. And it's the fact that Asia has not watched SpongeBob hardly at all.
I've watched
and
some.
she didn't even allow her younger brother Jacob to watch SpongeBob. She was like, bad kids watch SpongeBob.
Yeah, because okay, here's the context for that. Okay, we grew up. This is like when Jacob was like young, like 2 to I don't know, maybe 5. I'm not sure. When he was that young, we were being like babysat by this family that we like extended family of ours, and there were these 2 brothers that were like, I don't know, cousins of ours who were just like kind of the worst. I was like, they're so mean. Like, you know, like in Karate Kid or any movies that are like depicting like these like punk like bullies. That was these kids, especially the older brother. I won't dox them, but they were just so mean growing up, and not necessarily directly to me, but like mean to their cousins and like mean to Jacob and Rio, my middle brother Rio. And so the only thing I could associate is 2 things. It was Taekwondo, because they all were in Taekwondo, and like in contrast, okay, somewhere back like lore for me, like my dad and my like uncles, this is not on the same side, this is like a different side of the family, but my dad and some of my uncles from my dad's side all were in the practice of Kyokushin karate, which is like very like strict, and you don't showboat, and you don't pick fights, and you don't even wear like your gi, like your karate like gear out in public, because you're like not supposed to bring attention to it. And in contrast, the Taekwondo people would just wear their gis like willy-nilly and like want to pick a fight, or at least the ones that I encountered when I was younger were that way. And these 2 brothers were that, so they were just like super like mean and rambunctious. And then also, yes, everyone always after school watched SpongeBob nonstop, and I was like, this is the cause. This
yellow sponge that lives in a pineapple under the sea is our problem.
This is the problem.
The fix to society is to cut him out.
It's true. But all I'll say is Jacob wasn't a bully in high school. Okay.
You know, I was gonna say, I was gonna be like, I was totally fine, and I watched SpongeBob, and I went to a few Taekwondo classes, and then I was like, I don't think I was the nicest person in high school. So maybe it is SpongeBob's fault.
Maybe it is, but who knows?
But anyways, I love SpongeBob, and I have told Asia that once we have a Patreon, some of our Patreon content will be me making her watch SpongeBob and
It's
reacting
so
to it.
And the irony is, like, I really love animated stuff. It's just SpongeBob that I was like,
he's so great. It's not even him. He's great. The other characters carry the show. Squidward, I relate to him. I'm also grumpy a lot of the time. You know?
I did always feel like Luke was like Squidward a little bit.
That is pretty valid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But SpongeBob is goated. I love it. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, we can talk my birthday.
Yes. Okay. Well, Faith, I really want to know for every year every past Faithmas. I want to reflect on some of your birthdays. Like, what were some good experiences, or anything you want to talk about?
No, okay, I will say we'll talk a little bit more later about like what it's like having a December birthday and kind of the pros and cons in general of that. But I was reflecting back and I was like, I had really great birthdays.
That's awesome.
I'll start with the one bad one.
Okay, yeah.
And then we'll just work from there.
Yeah, I like that.
And it wasn't even that bad. So here's what happened. A child that grew up in the church, believed in the power of prayer. And the week of my birthday, was in the backseat of my parents' car. They were driving me down the road back home.
Yeah.
And I was praying in the backseat, and my mom heard me like kind of whispering to myself, and she was like, "What are you praying for back there?" And I was like, "I want 23 inches of snow on my birthday on the 23rd." And I was like, I believe that Jesus will give me this for my birthday.
The faith of a child.
The faith of a child. And it worked. We woke up on the 23rd.
Wait, for real?
2 feet of snow.
Girl.
2 feet. 23 like almost like it was almost 2 feet. 23 inches of snow.
That's crazy.
On my birthday. And I was so hyped because I was like, oh my gosh, Jesus heard my prayer. I have so much power in Jesus. This is crazy. And then I realized, oh no one can come over because it's a blizzard. And so
wait, that's so funny.
I distinctly remember that my dad and we had like a Jeep at the time, so it could kind of off-road a little bit. And the plan was just that my family was going to come over. It wasn't like friends or anything.
Okay.
It was just like going to be family, and they would like all come over for my birthday, and then we'd also do a little Christmas. But I remember my dad, we drove down the road to go pick up my grandmother. And we turn around and we're trying to make it work. We're like, somebody's gonna get to this house and celebrate this kid's birthday. That's what my parents were doing. So we like literally all live on the same road. So they go like 2 houses down, pick up my grandma, come back, and we start to make it up the driveway, and we get stuck. And so I just remember my parents always thought it was so funny because I distinctly remember my dad being so mad that he like hit the car at one point because he was like couldn't get out of the driveway, and our driveway's kind of long. So then he was more upset that like his kid and his mom had to walk in the snow up to the house. And so like that birthday, the thing that I remember is like Jesus answered my prayer and I got 23 inches of snow, but also my dad hit the car. Like we were angry.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so that was probably the worst. I didn't have really like, I can't think of like bad birthdays. Like that was the worst one. Is that it was snowed a lot. Yeah, answered my prayers.
Amazing.
Bless up.
But
yeah, so I had a few like highlights of birthdays. I love a birthday. I love a party. I love a theme. I don't know. I just love things that relate to birthdays. So like this one with the SpongeBob theme, top birthday. It's up there. Like it's awesome. So good. I love that. Like it was a dream come true to have that cake. Yeah. I just like I like that it wasn't like, the whole thing of planning a giant birthday is fun, but also I hate the stress of it. Yes. So I was like, can we all just like sit around and eat cake together? And that's my dream. And I loved it. So that was great. For my 21st birthday, Nick threw me a Cantina band Star Wars party.
That's so fun.
In our apartment because it was still 2020.
Right. That's so fun though.
So he bartended and made blue milk. That's so we had his lightsaber, and I have videos of me with the lightsaber, and like our friends showed up with like stormtrooper helmets. Like it was so fun. And like awesome. For 2020 it was like something somewhat normal is happening. Right. So that one was like really good.
That's awesome.
And then the other one, there's one more that I can like think of that's like up there. It wasn't even in December. So I was there was a point in my life where I was like, I hate having a December birthday. It's always cold and nobody wants to do it. Blah, 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 blah. We'll talk about it later. But I was like, I want to celebrate my half birthday. And my mom was like, okay.
She's different.
So I celebrated my half birthday and I wanted this like tiered zebra stripe topsy-turvy cake.
Oh yes,
like
of
the
course.
3-tier. It looks like it's gonna fall
Very
over.
Whimsical.
So my mom got me that. I've always been like very focused on the cake. It's just
that's so
I'm a
cute,
sweet
though.
I'm a sweet treat girly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like this topsy-turvy. It looked like it was gonna fall over cake. It was like zebra print, neon pink, green, polka dot. All of it. Each tier was a different pattern, essentially. And like that was like my dream cake. And we had it at the swimming pool in the like city where I'm from, and my mom rented the whole public swimming pool for my party. So I had like 80 friends come out.
That's crazy.
Of course I planned none of it because I was like a child.
Yeah, right.
So that was like stress free.
Yeah.
And I just like, my sister drove me. I didn't know the full extent of it. I knew I had the cake coming and like all of this, but like my sister had told me that we were having my birthday at a museum that was in the area, because I was a nerd, and I was like, a birthday in a museum, that's sick. Let's go. And so we pulled up at the swimming pool, and I was like, what are we doing here? We're going to be late to my birthday party. And my sister was like, no, I just need, let's just run in. And I was like, no, I have a birthday. And she was like, Faith, get out of the car and get in here. And so then we go in, and it's like all of my friends are there, and it was very sweet. It was like 80 people at this swimming pool, and I was like, this is the joy of a summer birthday. And it was so great. But those are like my most memorable, I think, is like I feel like ever since getting married, I have a lot more fun. Yeah. It might also be just that I was an adult around the same time. It's like adulthood and marriage kind of happened around the same time. But like, I think it's fun to like throw out ideas and then see what Nick does with it.
That's so fun.
So
I love that.
yeah. So those are kind of I would say those are my top ones. I don't even know what age I was at the swimming pool one. For some reason, I want to say I was like,
era.
I want to say I was like probably like 8 to 10-ish. Yeah.
I think that's when like kids become self-aware of whatever thing they don't like about whatever. Like mine was totally. Like my name. Like I remember complaining to my dad because who named me, and I was like, because I just really didn't like the attention of like, like the consonant, for whatever reason. That was like mortifying for me, for people to bring that up. And I was like, that's all they say is like the continent.
I love that you beefed with your dad. You're like, this is all your fault. Yeah, exactly. You named me this.
This is on you. You made me this way.
Oh my gosh. No, it is funny too to think like what we hated as kids or found embarrassing as kids, and it's like, so now I see that and I'm like, I wish that was my issue. I wish my problem was that my birthday was in December and not June.
Exactly. That's so funny. Well, on that, like, what has been the process of accepting your birthday being close
my fate of a December birthday? Yeah. So, like I said, I hated it for a little while as a kid. So, starting out, I loved it because it meant that because people were already planning to gather for Christmas, my parents would be like, okay, this is Faith's birthday party. You guys can also give each other your gifts and go home with them. But, like, this is Faith's birthday party. And they're like, oh, it's Christmas. Like, we have time off. Yeah. We'll just come. Yeah. So, like, oh, sorry. So, yeah. So, for my birthday as, like, a kid, it was, like, the full thing. Like, we'd have like 30 people crammed in my parents' house. My dad always had the giant camcorder, of course, like strapped to his hand, right? And we have the tape still, and I think it's so cool to see. Sweet. But like, yeah, it was just like always a big thing, and it was never like it's Faith's birthday and family Christmas. So my mom always made sure like, these are two separate things happening. Don't you dare get it twisted. Yeah. Angie, my queen.
I love that. She is a queen.
Yeah, so...
we love her.
So, yeah.
I can't wait for them to move closer.
Oh,
and it's gonna be great.
I can't wait for them to be closer. It's going to be so good. Yeah, so starting out, I was like, this is great. Everybody's here. It's so fun. Yeah. Then I got into, like, elementary school, and I started inviting my friends, and they'd be like, oh, I have family Christmas. Yeah. And I was like, what the heck is this? What do you mean you have Christmas? It's my birthday. Right. So that would be like, that was typically when I started, or that was about the time when I was like, this sucks. Yeah. Like, my friends can't come over. Right. It's snowing. My options are like to go ice skating or sit inside. And I was like, I'm bad at ice skating. And so now I have to just be like, come to my house. It's cold out. We can't go swimming. Yeah. Like, what is that? So, But I do remember like having birthdays where my mom would like jump, like, you know, she'd get really ahead of it and be like, all right, we're gonna have it on the 23rd, like tell your friends now, so they can make sure,
plan it,
because like I had like fun ones where we had like sleepovers and the whole
cute.
thing, like 10 of us on my parents' floor in like all of our sleeping bags and stuff, which was fun. But that was about the time where I was like, hold up, people can't come to my birthday, this is unfair. Why is my birthday now? Aww. What is this? And then I think I still kind of felt that way through some of high school, but then when I got to college, I was like, most of my friends are just out of school and aren't gonna have plans on the 23rd normally, so that was a little bit easier. It would be that like, makes sense. So that's probably like the upswing, was like coming out of high school and going into college. I was like, okay, I'm back to I'm vibing. I like it I'm now. Vibing now. I'm good. And so and then like getting into like adulthood, it's like, we'll just make it work whenever it you know, in the month of December at some point. I did used to be a December like is my birth month, let's celebrate all month person, and I think it's me overcompensating for not being able to celebrate on my day. I'm not really a birth month person anymore, and I think it's just an effort thing. I don't think
it's like too much.
I don't think it's like a desire. I don't think it's like, I think it's literally like finances and effort.
Right. Plus there's like other things going on in December. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like in college I would be like, it's my birth month, here's my Venmo, let's go, send me money, and like would just like, I was all the time, I was like, it's my birth month, you can't make me do this. Or like whatever, which I might still pull that out. But like, now it's like, there's too much happening. I don't want to even put the effort into planning more than just like here's all of our friends already meeting. Let's make it my birthday. And then also like the money whenever you start paying for your own things for your birthday, it's like, oh, hold up.
Actually,
wait, whoa.
Maybe I'll pick one thing, not 10 things.
Nick would be like, I want to get you so many things for your birthday. I'm like, whoa, maybe one. Keep it under this amount. Here's your limit. And he's like,
that's so funny.
So I think I started out hating it, and it's mostly just like the scheduling. And I will say, there are still people that are like, oh, it's Christmas, let's get together for Christmas. Oh yeah, it also happens to be Faith's birthday or something like that. Or it normally doesn't bother me, but it is something in my head of like, other people get a birthday wrapping paper, or gift bags, and I get Christmas wrap, which it's a good thing. I love Christmas. I love Christmas.
That's why I did not put yours in a
you gave me a floral gift bag. It was very
cute. This is not for Christmas.
You said no. And that's what our friend, and also someone that listens to the podcast, my cousin Derek, he is like, he is Santa Claus.
He is.
But I said something about like, he gave me this like beautifully wrapped gift, and I was like, oh, is this a hint at your theme for Christmas? And he was like, how dare you? Like, essentially he was like, how dare you think I would conflate that I would make your birthday gift be in the same wrapping paper as Christmas. And I just really appreciate that. I love that.
I love how strongly he feels about things like that.
Yeah,
it's so
I know.
good.
It's so sweet. Yeah. It's so great. But yeah, so the wrapping paper and like the mixing of like Christmas and birthday sometimes would annoy me. But I think I've just like I think I care a lot less about a lot of things now. I don't know.
That makes sense. When you're in like strong in your birthday or birth month era, were you like, did you tend to be one of those people that would like tie their birthday balloons to their stuff and walk around with it? Like, was that you?
No. Well, also because like, I mean, school gets out. Like, there is no school on my birthday.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
For my birth month, like, no. I mean, I know I remember bringing in like cookies and stuff early and being like, my birthday's over break, like here's cookies anyway. That's cute. You know, like that's a thing. Like elementary schoolers are like, I brought cupcakes for my birthday. But yeah, it was more so, I think, just me being like, give me gifts all the time. Yeah. It's my birthday. It's my birth month. And it was also like I don't have to do anything this month because it's when I was born. Yeah. Just so
Lay off.
silly.
Yeah.
But like, I love that. It was queen behavior.
So for real, that is queen behavior. Like, not even like unbothered. It's like, I really want to inconvenience you. Please.
No, for real.
Please do it for me.
She was audacious.
Yeah, she was audacious.
I don't care what it costs you. It's good for me.
Yeah. So it's my birth month. That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna move into this part that Faith has no idea about.
Hold on. First, I was gonna talk.
I cut
just
you off.
a
I'm
bit.
sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, I feel like my December girlies out there probably resonate with a lot of this.
Yes.
But sometimes I think it's also good. Like, I don't feel like I properly was like accepting my birthday and like celebrating it well until adulthood. And I think that like some of the things to consider if you are a December birthday girly, I see you.
Yeah.
But also so like, but also if like you have friends that are, just like be aware of things, you know, like
don't
ask
use
them if they like
paper.
Yeah, ask like if maybe they love Christmas and they want Christmas paper. It's like not high on my priority list, so I'm like, whatever, I'll take it. But like for me, I started to kind of combo, like we did one birthday one year where we went to like a Christmas themed bar, and I was like, this is fun. Like, it's a day for me, but we're like celebrating in the Christmas season, and that's fun. And like fun, you can embrace it sometimes, but also just like ask them like, hey, your birthday's really close to Christmas. Like, when could we celebrate you?
Aww,
or like, how can we, you know, which I am very, like, I have it even written right here. I have good friends that make it special on my birthday. So I'm just like very thankful for our friends that are like, you want to celebrate 2 weeks early? Let's do it. That's totally fine. You want SpongeBob theme? I got you. Let's go. You want a floral gift bag and not Christmas paper? I got you. So yeah, I just, for my December girlies out there, I see you. I feel you. You got this.
You do got this. You run the world.
Embrace it.
You can celebrate your birth month if you want to.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Queen, do it.
This is your month.
Okay, I'm ready for this.
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna pretend to be like your therapist for a second.
Oh my gosh, are you sure you want that responsibility?
I think so. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so when we were planning this episode, Faith was like, what should we talk about? Whatever. And I was like, whatever. We could talk about things you love about your birthday. I just really want a section that you know nothing about. And she's like, okay.
I think I wrote on the outline, whatever is up Asia's colorful sleeve.
I saw that. That was so funny. So I just have a few questions for you, all right?
Okay.
And that's going to inform like my write-up.
Oh, great. Okay.
First things first, let's talk about me. In a word or like a phrase, what would you describe like our specific relationship? Like, what are you to me, or what am I to you? Whatever. This is all putting you on the spot too.
So like, what are we?
Yeah,
like relation. What would I label our relationship? Yes. Besties.
Okay, perfect. I love it. That's what I was thinking too. But I didn't want to like.
I feel like we're way past. I think we're like family at this point, but besties is like the best title.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, so think about everything you've on this beautiful Faithmas. Think about all the things that you've accomplished in life, whether they're like very tangible things or more abstract things.
Okay.
What are like a few that, like maybe 3 of those accomplishments that you are like, dude, I'm amazing. I slayed at this.
Oh, okay.
You know?
My big one is like, I got a master's degree.
Yeah, you freaking did.
As a first generation college student, might I add. Like,
yes.
Nobody in my family had done that before.
Yes.
So that's my big one. Another one that I think is a more recent accomplishment is that I've been really good about saying no and setting boundaries. Yeah. I do feel like I'm in therapy.
See, this is so good. Okay.
And then my other one is kind of similar too. I've gotten really good at like prioritizing and taking care of myself.
Girl.
We got diagnosed. We are going to the doctor and the dentist.
Yes.
I'm cutting out things that don't bring me joy. I'm Marie Kondoing my life.
Yes, you are. That's so perfect. I think those are great ones.
Thank you.
What we were talking about accomplishments. What would be like a word or a phrase that you would say like describes like what that accomplishment is like I don't want to like say it for you because I feel like no, you're gonna say it, but what would be like a verb that would describe that? I feel like a psychologist right now.
Oh, so I think what you're thinking I'm gonna say and what came to my mind first is like I slayed.
Yeah. Okay.
Slaying.
Yes.
Slaying is my verb.
Okay, great. Can you tell us a story behind if this is like not if this is not too invasive?
Okay.
Like, do you have like a nickname for Nick? And like, what is there like a backstory behind that? I would love to know.
We do the typical pet names of baby. I don't know that I have like a nickname that has a backstory, but I think one that I only really call him. I don't do it normally in front of people because it's just like I do call him like Nikki or Sweet Nikki.
Aww.
Like, yeah,
that's really cute. Not everyone knows, so
yeah.
Thank you.
Make sure you tell Nick that you make sure you call him Nikki.
He'll love that, I'm sure. That's like when anyone calls Luke Lukey, he hates that.
Yeah, well, it's funny too because I call him like Sweet Nikki was like what I called him a lot, and then like when we were first started dating, and then one of my friends started calling him Nicky Poo out of nowhere, and then my nephew calls him Uncle Nicky, and I'm like, what? You guys stole my nickname. It's not original. It really isn't. I added a Y to his name. It's not.
Like, that's for me. Okay, I do know that you have many nicknames, but if you want to pick just one for Jabba and maybe explain like how I feel like dog nicknames are always like so interesting.
There's so
like, how they
many.
Jabba's her white mini schnauzer.
My white mini schnauzer. He's a big 9-year-old.
You know,
boy.
just a little baby.
Oh my gosh, we have so many nicknames for him.
From.
I'm trying to think of. We have some crazy ones. Maybe I should just go craziest. What have I been calling him lately? I feel like the one I call him probably the most is Jabba Jew.
I love that.
Nick has developed that into Jabba the Jew. And I'm like, how do you know that that's what he is? It's a whole thing. It's so a bit for us. But Jabba Jew is, my mom started calling him that, I think, first.
That's so funny. I love
like that one, though.
That's so cute. Okay. What do you think your Sweet Nicky would remember the most about you? Or, like, what would he boast about you about? Like, I feel like he boasts about you all the time.
He does. Really, he's my hype man.
He is your hype man.
I think the thing he talks the most about is probably, like, my strength. Not even like just physical, but like I think that's something like he admires, and I appreciate that he admires is like my physical and mental strength.
That's so good. What about your family?
What would my family say or boast about? I mean, I think probably like smart is one that I think it was like the college thing. It's like my dad literally would go into work at the end of each semester and tell everybody my grades. Like, he'd be like, Faith has a 4.0 right now. Does your kid have a 4.0?
That's amazing.
But it was like, he I
love that.
They love that I was good in school.
Such a good flex for them. Yeah.
It was so sweet. Yeah.
That's so good. What about your friends? Just generally. Yeah.
Can you answer that one for me?
Wait, I have another for me. So
okay, so what my friends would boast about me. Oh. That's kind of hard. I don't know.
So many things.
So I'm just so great. What would they not boast about me?
There's so much to pick from.
Oh my gosh, this is actually really hard.
I feel like I accidentally am your therapist right now.
You might be. I'm like, why is it that I can label that what my parents feel and not what my friends feel? Interesting. You're like taking extra notes. You like flip the page. Oh my gosh. Another page? Okay. We'll just cut this dead air.
That's fine. Though it is kind of funny to watch you struggle.
What would my friends
on Faithmas
brag about me about?
Think about Eva. What would Eva think about you? Yeah. Maybe it's too broad to think friends.
Maybe. Let me think specifically Eva.
Yeah.
I feel like this might be a weird one, but I feel like assertiveness, maybe,
I love
or
that.
like something to that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love that. I'll answer for myself because I also have like how I will remember, or like what I boast about you. I think it's just like being so for real, like
Thank
always, like in every way, in the best way.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
For real and feral.
For real and feral. Yes, exactly.
For
feral. Let's see. Oh, and can you? I mean, I have this on here, so I don't really need to write it for realsies. But like, can you tell me the story about what you and your mom want to get tattooed, like matching tattoos about?
Yes, I can.
Please, yes.
So my mom and I have talked for a long time about getting matching tattoos because my dad and I have them. I have one with Nick. I have one with Asia. So it's about time. But my mom, as a kid, had this dream, like not dream like she slept and had a dream. No, her aspiration in life, her dream goal was to one day when she dies be a little naked cherub baby running around in heaven. And I love that, like, my mom's dream as a kid was like to be a chubby little angel running around. And so I told her that once we get matching tattoos, I want to get cherub angels.
Yes.
Because it's just a fun way to think of
so
my mom.
good.
It's so on brand. If you know Angie, it's so on brand that she would be like, I just want to be a naked little angel running around heaven.
all I
Like,
want.
of course
Yeah.
you do.
She would. It's sweet, Angie. That's so good. Okay, well, I think I have your assessment ready. If you're ready for me.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about myself.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get into it, and then you'll like figure out what this is.
Okay.
Okay. Dearly beloved, okay, girls, we're gathered today in the memory of Faith. Faith was my bestie. Faith lived a full life. She accomplished getting a master's degree, first generation in her family ever to get a degree, by the way. She learned how to say no and set boundaries, and she learned how to prioritize herself. Getting as far as getting diagnosed, it's amazing. And she was going to the dentist. Like, I'm so proud of her. Unfortunately, she slayed too hard. The world was just not ready. She leaves behind her sweet Nikki and her Jabba Jew.
I can't believe Jabba's outliving me.
Dude, Jabba defeated all odds, I guess. Her lover will remember her as will remember her for her strength, both physical and mental. Her family will remember her as an intelligent daughter. Her friends will remember her as an assertive baddie, and I will remember her for being the realist. We take heart in knowing that she will look down upon us as a naked cherub. A naked cherub baby. Faith, we love you forever and ever. Amen.
I just got eulogized for my birthday.
Exactly.
That's the
what
best
everyone
gift.
wants. Yeah.
I assumed we were doing some sort of like Mad Lib situation. I didn't know that would be my funeral.
No. I wanted it to be like more elaborate than like give me a verb, give me a phrase.
That was so good.
Thank you.
I'm glad that I got to attend my own funeral. One,
Yeah, exactly. Who gets to say that?
Two, I'm glad that that's done, so you won't
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
write it in the
There you
future.
go. Save that.
But also, could you imagine going to a funeral and they're like, Faith's legacy is that she went to the dentist and she got
a good
diagnosed with
legacy.
ADHD.
At least she knew.
She died knowing something was wrong with her.
Exactly. She had the tools to help her to the end.
So good.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you
I hope
so
they
much.
enjoyed this Faithmas.
I did.
Yeah.
That
Once
that
you
was
remember,
beautiful.
I hope.
Also, Also, I can't get over outliving or Jabba outliving.
No.
But also, I need Nick to listen to this podcast because I've always told him I plan to die first.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He's not allowed to go.
That's another way
me.
you and Luke are the same. We always have this theory that me and Nick are the same and Faith and Luke are the
yeah.
same. And that's another one because Luke also does not want to outlive me.
No, yeah. I told Nick, I was like, if I see you about to die, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it before you.
It's so
Me first.
funny. Me.
Ladies first.
That's so good. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Thank you for eulogizing me.
Yes, of
That was
course.
beautiful.
Anytime.
I hope that the way I go out is slang too hard.
Yeah. That's all anyone can hope for.
Yeah.
But I guess that wraps up today's episode.
Yeah. Thank you guys for celebrating my birthday with me. For listening to this heartfelt eulogy. I'm so glad that we could. My funeral is now online. For future generations to come.
This is a good life hack, like no one gets to enjoy the funeral.
Shout
But
out.
now you can.
Yeah. I'm thankful for you guys and thankful for you and all of our friends
same.
and like just excited that my next year of life is like, I don't know, my last year of life has been great. Like 24 to 25. I mean, I'm not 25 yet, but I'll be there. By the time this, no. Close when this comes out.
Yeah.
But like, the past year's been like really great.
Yeah.
And I'm excited that 25's probably, hopefully, going to be the same way.
I know.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, thank you guys for celebrating with me. And I'm trying to think of what else we normally do at closing. I'm so thrown off by being at my own funeral.
Comment.
If you have stories about your birthday, if you want to tell us about your favorite birthdays or gifts,
especially if you're a December baby.
Yes, birthday or December birthday girlies, rise up.
Yes.
Get in the chat. Time. Get in our DMs.
Yes.
Tell us what it's like to have your birthday then. Maybe you disagree with what I said and you're like, actually, I do care about the wrapping paper and I will not share it with Jesus' birthday.
And Jesus has his own day.
Yeah.
Let me have mine.
So drop us your stories somewhere.
Yes.
Anywhere that you see us online, you can tell us something. And rate, review, subscribe, follow, all of it.
All the good things.
Do all of those things because we need that.
Please.
And we love
especially
that
for
that.
Faithmas.
Yeah, it's Faithmas.
Yeah.
Drop a 5-star.
Let's do it.
It's for my birthday.
Exactly. It's like throwing confetti.
Yeah,
it's stars.
Woo! Faithmas. And then stay tuned for our next episode.
Yes.
Because we're talking Faithmas today. And next week we're talking Christmas.
Christmas.
So that's gonna be a fun one.
I know.
We're like exchanging gifts. We're talking fun. Christmas thing. It's gonna be good. So good. Tune in for that.
Please make sure you follow so that way you're notified right away.
Yes, exactly.
And on that note, today's Dululu to Dulu is, in honor of Faithmas, Faith's birthday. We want you all to celebrate. We don't want it to just be us and our local friend group. Like everyone should celebrate Faithmas because she deserves it. You deserve it. So I feel like the way to feel like you're a part of that celebration is like buying your own like birthday favor. Yeah. Treat yourself. I feel like that's what you would want. Giving favors out to everyone. They live vicariously through.
Yeah, and like whether your choice of birthday favor is like some silly putty.
Yeah.
Like the ones that make fart noises in the plastic container.
You can pick.
Or cake or whatever you want. You got to celebrate me.
Yeah.
Tell your boss you can't work.
Exactly.
You got to call out of work.
Perfect.
It's Faithmas. It's a holiday.
Anyways, I'm Asia the Girl.
And I'm Faith Okay.
See you later, besties. Bye. Dude, I was cracking up writing that.
That's crazy.